Before memory, before time had a name, there was only chaos, a swirling darkness that filled every corner of the universe. Yet within that nothingness was the potential for everything. From the silence, Gaia emerged, ancient and boundless, the earth herself, clothed in green and gold. Her heart, heavy with loneliness, called out to the darkness, and from her longing arose Uranus, the sky, infinite and blue, who wrapped himself around Gaia and gave her comfort. Together, Gaia and Uranus brought forth the Titans' giant, glorious beings, each one radiating power and promise. But Uranus, fearing his own children, forced the firstborn into Gaia's depths, burying them beneath the mountains. Gaia, grieving for her lost children, shaped a blade from stone and gave it to Cronus, the boldest Titan. One starlit night, as Uranus drew close, Cronus struck with a swift hand, forever separating earth and sky. The world shuddered, and the reign of the Titans began. Cronus, now king, ruled with a mixture of joy and dread. For Gaia and Uranus had warned him, one day he would be overthrown by his own child. Determined to defy fate, Cronus swallowed each child born to his queen, Rhea Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon trapping them in darkness. The laughter of Olympus faded, but when Zeus, her youngest, was born, Rhea could not bear to lose another child. She hid him in a secret cave on Crete, and in desperation, wrapped a stone in cloth and gave it to Cronus. Unknowing, the Titan swallowed the stone. Zeus grew in shadow, nursed by the magical goat Amalthea and protected by nymphs. He listened to the wisdom of the earth, learned the music of the stars, and dreamed of a world free from tyranny. When the time was right, Rhea revealed the truth to Zeus. He was destined to save his brothers and sisters and bring a new order to the world. With courage kindled in his heart, Zeus left the cave and began his quest to challenge Cronus. Disguised as a cupbearer, Zeus entered Cronus's halls, clever and silent. With the help of Gaia and Rhea, he brewed a potion from secret herbs and slipped it into his father's wine. Cronus drank deeply, and a storm of pain twisted his face. One by one, the gods emerged from their father's body, blinking in the sudden light, grown and powerful despite their years spent in darkness. Reunited at last, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon embraced Zeus, their youngest and boldest brother. Their joy was fierce, but Cronus' rage shook the very mountains. The old king summoned the remaining Titans, and the world trembled at the coming war. The Titans, proud and terrible, took their stand upon the ancient stones. Across the world, the Olympian gods gathered their allies, Cyclopes, who forged thunderbolts for Zeus, the 100-handed giants, strong as storms. The clash of generations, known as the Titanomachy, echoed for 10 years. Lightning split the sky, seas boiled, and the earth groaned. At first, victory seemed impossible, but Zeus, with his new forged thunderbolt, struck down mountain after mountain, his power growing with each battle. Hera's cunning, Poseidon's fury, Hades' shadowy sibling brought their gifts, and together they turned the tide. Cronus fought until the end, but his strength could not withstand the storm. At last, the Titans were defeated, bound in unbreakable chains and hurled into Tartarus, the deepest abyss. Silence fell, heavy with loss and relief. Olympus was theirs. With the old order shattered, the Olympian gods rose to shape the world anew. Zeus claimed the sky as his kingdom, ruling with a mixture of justice and fear. Poseidon took the sea, fierce and untamable, while Hades made his home in the underworld, among shadows and lost souls. The sisters Hera, Demeter, and Hestia brought order, harvest, and hearth to the world of mortals. They built their palace atop Mount Olympus, its white columns reaching into the clouds. The gods learned to love and feud, to help and harm. They bestowed gifts upon humanity. Demeter taught the growing of grain, Hestia the keeping of fire, and Athena born from Zeus' own mind showed mortals the art of wisdom and war. Yet peace was never certain. Pride, jealousy, and desire burned as hot as any thunderbolt. Hera watched Zeus' wandering heart, Demeter mourned lost Persephone, and mortals prayed for favor, unsure whether the gods were guardians or tormentors. Prometheus, the clever Titan who survived the old wars, pitied humanity. Defying Zeus, he stole fire from Olympus, bringing light and hope to mortal hearts. For his crime, he was chained to a mountain, an eagle tearing at his flesh each day, yet he never cried out for mercy. The fire remained a gift and a challenge. Even as the gods ruled from their shining halls, the world was never truly safe. Gaia, grieving for her lost Titan children, birthed monsters to shake Olympus giant Typhon, whose roars shattered valleys, and Echidna, mother of serpents and nightmares. Storms battered the mountain, and for the first time, even the gods felt fear. Zeus gathered his siblings, and together they faced Typhon in a battle that split mountains and scorched forests. The struggle seemed endless, the outcome uncertain. But with unity, cunning, and the power of the thunderbolt, the gods overcame their monstrous foe. Typhon was cast beneath Mount Etna, where the earth still trembles with his rage. In the quiet after the storm, the gods understood the cost of power. They looked down upon the world, scarred, beautiful, always changing, and knew their reign would forever depend on the fragile balance between love and fear, hope and memory, fate and freedom. Mortals, too, sensed the truth, that even gods must struggle to hold their thrones, and every age is born from the dreams and dangers of the one before.